Welcome back. We hope you all had a chance to watch and enjoy our first episode of A Grande Education.
We are excited to bring you all episode 2. We have learned so much from episode 1. We learned about things like B-roll, assembly cuts, box art, thumbnails, key art, and sizzle reels.
I will never look at a movie or documentary or film the same. Now I think about edits and eye lines and lighting and microphones.
And I have learned many more things from the amazing older people that I have interviewed. My new perspective on this particular thing has surprised me. I was born in 1952, just a few months after Queen Elizabeth II's coronation. She passed away last year in her 70th year as queen, and my 70th year of me. So I always joined in singing God Save the Queen. Many of the older people that I interviewed said that they sang God Save the King as students in the one-room schools, and now they are back to singing God Save the King.
We have interviewed many people, done some research, and found out so many things about so many schools. Some of the old schools have very little left of them. Others have been cherished and renovated with love and given new life. One of these schools is our focus today. Canuck School has former students and teachers who have kept their school and their memories alive in so many ways.
Canuck School District number 3873. It was organized September 22, 1919 for an area north of Bear Lake. Classes were first held in a log building on Walter McGirvin's land in 1918. It was not until 1921 that a white frame schoolhouse 26 by 38 was built on Southeast 973-7 west of the 6th. The first teacher was Leo Patterson, and like most of the preceding teachers, he boarded at Louis Alexander's. Later, a barn and a teacherage were added to the site. During the 1930s, the student population at Canuck increased from 18 to 30 pupils. It appeared to be a well-equipped school with as good a library as any of the small schools in the district. Although in 1932 the superintendent recommended a sand table, which could be easily and cheaply made, be added as a teaching tool. For the first 5 years, from 1930 to 1935, Alice Sutherland was the teacher at Canuck School. Canuck School was also involved in school fairs at Sexsmith, sponsored by the Provincial Department of Agriculture. The student with the most points in the fair could win a scholarship to attend the Vermilion School of Agriculture when they reached the age of 16. An incident in 1944 demonstrates one of the financial considerations faced by the school division. In the playground at Canuck one day, a student tore his knee joint out of place while playing ball. The teacher was forced to take him to the doctor to have it repaired, and did not feel that the widowed mother, who was in very poor circumstances, should have to bear all the expense alone. The division's response was that they could not accept responsibility, as that would set a precedent and they would be liable for all sorts of similar incidents in the future. As early as 1940, there was some difficulty in obtaining teachers at Canuck, so the students had correspondence lessons under supervision. In 1947, angry parents petitioned the board to remove the supervisor, who appeared to be letting the students have fun all day, so that the mothers had to supervise them doing lessons at home in the evenings. By 1955, there were only 15 students. School closed that fall, and the students were banned to Sexsmith. In 2002, the school was moved to Bear Lake Park and is being restored by the Bear Lake Canuck Historical Society. Our mother, Myrtle Tolley, came to teach Canuck School in 1935 until 1938. And during that time, a quiet Irish gentleman, Jack Brown, was delivering wood to the school. So they began to socialize and go to dances.
My mother found out he played an accordion and done a little entertaining, and I guess the entertaining must have worked out really well, because a few years later they got married.
And as a result, there were 3 children: my brother Desmond John Brown, my brother Gary Alfred Brown, and myself, Sharon Jane Brown. And then we all came to school here. Canuck School was the center of the community. We had dances here, we had card parties here, we had Christmas concerts here. I remember having to make brown sugar fudge and cookies, and I have a ribbon here that I won. I did win a first at one point, but I lost it. This is a 3rd place at the Grande Prairie County Agricultural Society School Fair for my drop cookies.
Canuck School very much participated in local sports and track and field events, say ball games back and forth to schools. It was a very good training ground for me, because when I did go to the high school, and that's when I started to win some competitions: broad jump, hop, step and jump, high jump, pole vault. And I would say it was my early determination to try to do the best I could with those sports, and that was all at Canuck School.
Our mother, Myrtle Brown, was the last teacher at Canuck School for 2 months, September and October of 1955. And my father was the ratepayer for this region, had to call the meeting. My mother had to take the minutes, and then they did a vote to see whether they should close Canuck School. And of course, all of the community got a chance to vote, and they voted to centralize. Canuck School and the community felt so safe and so warm and fuzzy. When I think of Canuck School, and as an alumni of this one-room school, we've made lifelong friends, and it's just so special in our hearts.
It was always on our minds through the years, and that's why our restoration started about 20 years ago.
We were like family, and we have maintained through the years that feeling with having reunions and alumni gatherings, and even bringing our children along to see how we all gathered together as one. It afforded us great skills, inspired us to go further in life and get educated more in whatever field we chose, to be a team player. That community spirit and pioneering spirit was very special.
Thank you all so very much for joining us in episode 2. We look forward to seeing you again for episode 3. Tell your friends, share it with people, because our history is so important. We acknowledge that we live and film on Treaty 8 territory, the ancestral and present-day home to many diverse First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people. We are grateful to work, live, and learn on the traditional territory of Duncan First Nation, Horse Lake First Nation, and Sturgeon Lake Cree Nation, who are the original caretakers of this land. We acknowledge the history of this land, and we are thankful for the opportunity to walk together in friendship, where we will encourage and promote positive change for present and future generations.
That is a very special and meaningful statement for us and for our project.